He had never wanted to be a policeman. He had grown up hating the police. Had it not been for the concerted efforts of his uncle, a retired officer, he may have never enrolled at all. When he announced to his friends on his 21st birthday that he had enrolled at the academy, at least two spat out their drink. It was as if he had betrayed a pact he had taken with his neighborhood friends to always fight the system. So that is a quotation from Alex MacBeth, The Red Dye, which is a cool book. Alex lives in Prague. I live in Corner Brook, Newfoundland, but he and I were talking back and forth via email, and I asked him a few questions. He recorded his answers, and he sent me those answers as a video file, so we can see Alex talking about his book right now.
Hey, hello Internet. My friend, colleague, Tom Halford, who is releasing Daily Meat, which is a crime fiction novel, kind of crime fiction parody, if I understand rightly, which is coming out in September. Anyway, Tom Halford, crime fiction novelist, asked me to kick off a series about what I like about books, asking me a couple of questions personally as a writer, as an individual, I guess, why I like to read books and why I think books are something wonderful in my life. I'm going to attempt to answer, although it's not easy. Why do I love books? I guess I was kind of trained to some extent. Both my parents are writers. My father, George MacBeth, was a poet. My mother, Lisa St. Turan, is a novelist. And so from a young age, I actually kind of ran away from writing. I didn't want to read. I didn't want to write. I didn't really want to have anything to do with literature. In fact, anything that took me far away from it was the best thing possible. But as I grew up and I tried to kind of learn more about myself and the world around me, books were the thing that connected me. So that's one of the reasons why I love books. A book that I love, that was the second question that Tom asked me. It's got to be Wizard of the Crow by Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Ngugi wa Thiong'o is a Kenyan novelist, a favourite for the Nobel Prize year on year, imprisoned in the late 80s for a book he wrote called Devil on the Cross. For a book he wrote called I Will Marry When I Want, he was then imprisoned where he wrote a book called Devil on the Cross on toilet paper, which had become something of an African classic. Ngugi wa Thiong'o inspires everything that I believe should be good about the world, and he puts it into book form and inspires, I think, without any kind of, without being lugubrious or without being preachy or without exerting any pressure, invites his readers to want a better world, and with fantastic narratives. Wizard of the Crow is about a dictator who wants to build a stairway to heaven, and it's about how the various ministers in his government go about manoeuvring to build this stairway to heaven while obviously trying to survive under quite irrational dictatorship. The third question Tom asked is what I'm working on at the moment. The answer is I write about Brexit every week for my job. 2,000 words about Brexit for the local Europe Renew. It's a newsletter about Brexit from the perspective of the EU 27. When I'm not doing that and I find time to return to my crime fiction, I'm trying to promote my debut novel, The Red Dye, which is a crime fiction novel set in Mozambique. It's about a disgraced former high-level commander who is banished to a rural setting to command a very kind of low-key outpost when suddenly the body of a white journalist washes up in his bay and leads him back to some of the skeletons he has and some of the nemesis he has, but also a big kind of international political thriller a la Carré. So please do check that out if you have a chance. That's The Red Dye. I'm working on a sequel. It's called The Trunk, and hopefully that'll be out in 2019. Thank you so much for listening, and have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you to Alex for being the first guest on this new vlog format. I'm going to put his Twitter handle up here, and that's it for this show. I'm going to try to get some more people on, and thanks for watching.